Everybody in the back, throw your hands up. All right. So we're going to get started, guys. All right. Small is mighty. That's what I always say. This is an intimate situation. So just be blessed that we're all here together. We're going to get it started with our fireside chat. The idea is we're going to talk about artificial intelligence and the state of music with some really incredible musicians. We've got Macy Gray in the house. She's hanging out. We've got Desdemonda's Dream in the house. We've got Jarobi White from Tribe Called Quest. We've got Mike Messiah and the Purple Bee All-Stars. All right. Macy, actually, I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at our documentary series. There's a BeyondTheCode.ai. There's a trailer running around online. The amazing Macy Gray is our voiceover. So a round of applause for everybody and for yourselves. All right, thank you guys for being here. Like I said, small is mighty. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to AI, but AI is something that is entering our lives whether we like it or not. I've now gathered the brains. I'm gonna go jump back behind the camera and I'm gonna make sure we kick it off right, okay? So the idea, guys, is we're gonna have a nice conversation. Matt, please, join us, brother. Where's Tony? Yeah, where is Tony? Tony's always on the fly. They created Jam Galaxy a long time ago, before half of us were born. I'm just kidding. It's been around for a while. I know. They had a great idea quite some time ago, which birthed a lot of other great ideas. And I think that's the beauty of SingularityNET, is that when you have people that are incredible in what they love and creating things for the world, they're able to share. You know, if you're just creating things for yourself, then you can't share with the rest of the world. So what Ben and his team started is something that will allow all of us musicians to have a space, a safe space, a way to earn money, a way to go forward, a way to jam with our friends and family, a way to do sync licensing. All of these things have come from the mad genius himself. So I'll give the mic over to Ben so we can talk to you guys a little bit. And then we'll pass the mic over to Patrik and Danny Newcomb, and they're going to talk to you about their tools that they've built stacked up on Ben's brain. So I'm passing the mic, Ben. Pick it up and let's go. All right? Thank you.
Welcome everyone to Purple Bee and anyone listening out there in the metaverse. So it's an amazing time to be doing AI and AI on blockchain and AI for music, and it's great to gather so many people together to share an evening of bit of conversation about AI, music, and blockchain, and then a bit of music with humans and AI algorithms, and even a robot thrown in. So, I wrote my first AI code. I think it was 1979, and didn't do very much, but it was already super exciting just to write software code that could actually learn. And after running a little while, it knew and could do stuff that was not like obviously what you programmed into it, right? And over many decades, obviously computers have gotten more and more powerful. We've gotten more and more knowledge about how brains and minds works and how to build AI. And I think we're now at a remarkable point where in a few more years, I think, none of us can predict the future for sure, but my best guess is in, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 8 years, something like that, we're going to make machines that can really think and self-understand and plan and be their own autonomous beings and minds in the same sense that we can, right? And ultimately become more broadly intelligent and maybe more acutely conscious than we are. Could be more compassionate and loving than the average human is. We don't excel in those regards all the time, right? So it's a remarkable time to be living when we could be just a few years from really the biggest breakthrough in history of the human species, right? And I'm very excited about everything AI can bring, because I think the most likely path is one where we create super powerful AIs that are loving, compassionate, helpful to people. We also have to see there are other possibilities, right? Which Hollywood movies have shown sort of ad nauseum, and that brings the question, what can we do to guide the future in a more positive direction? And some of that is obvious, like don't make AIs that go around killing people and steal people's money and just spend all their time trying to convince people to buy shit they don't need online and so forth, right? But some of it is slightly less obvious, and I think one important thing we can do is just get humans and AIs in the same mind space, in the same heart space, like feel stuff together with AI, create stuff together with AI, and that is sometimes a bit weird and awkward now, but actually we have millions, perhaps billions of people doing that in their own way now, using generative image tools and generative text tools and so forth. And what we're going to be doing tonight with Desdemona's Dream Band and the Desdemona robot is another way of doing this, right? Because we're not coming into the intersection of AI and music saying like, okay, how can we use AI to copy the music people are making? Like you can do that, but it's not interesting. There's already a lot of people making music. We're also not coming into it saying what music can AI make, like on its own, that would amuse itself as an AI. I mean, I did some of that in the 90s. It is interesting, but what's more interesting is human reaching out to the AI reaching out to the human, and kind of having a combined act of creation. And I mean, the main reason to do that is it's just a lot of fun. But I think it does contribute to helping move the overall, human AI relationship in a positive direction. So there's a serious aspect alongside the most important part, which is the fun aspect. And another cool thing about application of AI to music is it's brought me in touch with a lot of people I would never have met if I'd just been sitting with my head down coding AI, such as Nefertiti Strong and Jarobi and Macy. And I mean, people doing amazing creative things who just historically haven't been connected with the AI world, right? So by applying AI in all these creative areas, you pull amazing creative people into helping the AI grow, which I think has got to be for the best as well. So yeah, I'm grateful to Nefertiti for having the vision to sort of start bridging the AI and music worlds, just as I've been doing with Danny, Dianne, Tony, Patrick, and others involved with Jam Galaxy, which I won't say much about because I've been talking a while already. But Jam Galaxy is a you can look it up online at jamgalaxy.com, and this is a project aimed at using blockchain to help drive the growth of a participatory AI music ecosystem, and working closely together with Danny's company, Incantio, which is applying AI to make sync music licensing work better for musicians. So there's just a lot of different pieces coming together, AI music and blockchain, and I think it's all part of the broader movement toward creating a beneficial future for humans and AIs.
As a musician whose process is the warmth and the personal creation and the compassion that we like to bring to our art. What's the code for writing compassion into these AI situations? I know it's a tool, and I'm not scared of it, but it's just how to still not lose myself and my human nature in the AI.
Yeah, as an indie artist, I echo that same sentiment. We were in a bus together. I was with Jarobi. We were actually laughing about how T-Pain used the auto-tune voice for so long and how the the mechanics of that, and was it taking it too far when he was implementing using that in his T-Pain's voice. So a lot of artists used to say, oh man, he can't really sing. And lo and behold, pull the curtain back, he really can sing. T-Pain was just using that effect with that software to enhance as a paintbrush. So I agree with what Jarobi's saying. Like I don't want to lose the warmth, but I do want to use the tool.
Should we
So-
cue the Incantio?
No, we don't. Let's keep it low key. I think so I'm an artist. I've been playing music since I was 10 years old. I get the empathy, and what I would also say is there's intent. There's that human empathy, that human feeling, and then there's intent for good art. And that takes craft too. And that's another thing I'm not really hearing in a machine. It might be able to do that. But my whole approach is a little bit more prosaic than Ben's as far as how do we use this technology to sift through music, to sort music, to recommend it, to streamline it, And if people incorporate AI into the music they want to write or use it to create beats or create systems that they like, certain styles of music. But for me, it's really about recommendation, especially in this world of so much content coming out, So recommendation, give it more backstory. Why not have geographic recommendation for certain, states, cities, showing off the scenes that make music. There's a whole bunch of really interesting things in this.
I would like to add here about AI, especially in the creative process, because I think that's what is actually really exciting here right now. And we see the AI race is really, going further with, large language models and everything. And we now see that the movement is happening also with AI music generation models. And it's really brings a lot of concerns in a way. Where are the training data coming from, and what does it mean for artists? And there are big companies like Suno and Udio, but it's not transparent where the data comes from, and if they are training it on where is coming from these databases. And I think it's really important, especially in the future, to actually reward the artist, because music is value. Like, people spend so much time, so much energy to actually create beautiful songs that people remember, and it's a big value. And if companies just come and take these data and not think about the value for how to bring it back, I think this is actually very unethical, and I think there needs to be some change in this matter. And I believe that there must happen technology, and we discussed this with Ben, and that we would find how actually we can reward the artist back, because the technology is inevitable. It's gonna be here, and so there's no way to fight it. So I think it's just important to figure out how we can bring the value back to the artist, and respect, like, that's they bring the value.
I think if AI makes music that fans like, then that's what's gonna happen. I don't know if you take the artist out of it. A big part of being a fan is gossip. Where was the person born? What they look like? What connecting? So I don't know how AI is gonna solve that, but I think musically, I think people will adapt to. I mean, I don't. It's so early because we don't know what's going to be regulated. We don't know what's going to be okay by next year. All the rules that are coming up. So, but it's not anything that I don't think artists have to stress about, because you can't say, I don't know, say Mick Jagger was a robot. What? But that takes away, all the women in his life, takes away his looks, takes away the fact that he's 80 and he's still jumping up and down on stage. You kind of lose something for people to talk about. So I hear it. I know it's coming. And just like I remember when Napster showed up. But I don't. I have a feeling. It'll be okay. I have a feeling there'll be space for both. Okay.
I think that's probably right. I think, the economics of the music business is very messed up for most musicians, even without AI in there. So we can't really blame AI for making the music business fucked up. Is already been already fucked up. And I mean, AI may introduce new ways for some artists to make money, and it does mess up some ways. It's going to be complicated. But I mean, I think going forward 10 years or something, I have no doubt AI will be able to make innovative music and invent new genres of music and do interesting, inventive, improvisatory stuff and stuff that comes out of its own experience as being in AI. Because I mean, AIs have lives and bodies and histories and struggles as well. And so I mean, I think you're going to see music reflecting life experience of an AI. You're also going to see AI that will just churn out infinite number of songs in any genre you tell it to that will be just as good as what humans compose. It'll have a complex impact on economics, but the whole world economy is going to be turned upside down by AI advancing a lot anyway. I mean, just manufacturing and service industry and everything else. I do think, though, it will not have a negative impact on people getting together to play music or the joy of composing or performing to music, or, as you say, Macy, on the joy of listening to other particular humans play music, because this is something that humans like to do as humans, right? Like I mean, I never started playing music because I thought I was going to make a lot of money at it, nor that I was that great at it or anything, right? It's really just because it's a fun thing to do in that moment. And I started composing songs purely because I heard them in my head and then wanted to hear them in the outside world, right? I mean, it's not like I thought it was, for some reason, a uniquely important thing to do to get that song out. I just felt the passion to get that song out, right? And I see no reason that won't keep going for humans, regardless of what AIs are doing. And then humans can work together in AIs in all sorts of ways. And the AIs can be so helpful, right? Like right now we have so many, from our own band, we have so many collections of stems of songs sitting around in hard drives. We haven't mixed them down just because it's time and effort. Like if you could just push a button and get a mix, and that's very nice. Yeah. On the other hand, like every day I sit at the piano and make up a different song. Now, what if I could say, well, hey, AI, no, I don't have time to do this, but what would this song sound like if Led Zeppelin played it, right? And just let the AI spit that right out. And I think all these and many other things will be possible and will, enhance creation tremendously. Now, you do have the complexity, like, okay, if I can make my random piano noodling into a Led Zeppelin song, so can a lot of other people, then the whole world is full of Led Zeppelin songs. And I mean, who's going to pay for them, right? But it's a lot of Led Zeppelin, yeah. I mean, I could have picked a worse example than Led Zeppelin, too, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, so... I mean, there will be disruptions, and you can't claim it will be good for everyone, as no major transition has been. But yeah, there's amazing creative potentials. And going back to what Patrik said, though, developing the AI technology in a way that helps foster creative potential and helps make music more fun is one thing. But there are other ways to do it. Like if you just have big companies training models on everyone's data and just saying like, how do we spit out, a new derivative pop song every 2 days by this synthetic artist? I mean, this doesn't. Yeah.
I think it's important
it doesn't empower anyone, right?
I think it's important for people like us who actually care to get involved in AI really quickly, So we'll be the people in control of developing these technologies and pushing the way that they go. I think that's very important for us. I can see 1,000 applications for AI that would just make the engineer position obsolete. You know what I mean? I can think of like mastering, like, you know what I mean? Not that I want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. But it's got to be some balance of keeping the people who could take the perfectness out of it.
I think that's what we're here to do. I mean, I have to say, like, Jarobi, that's what we're here for.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
this is
you know,
your girl
like
Nef talking from the booth.
analog is, you know, vibrations and magnetism and stuff. And the digital stuff is just like 1 zeros, 1 zeros, 1 zeros, replicating that thing happening. You know what I mean? So there's got to be some way to not take out the warmth. The warmth is the thing that's missing now in the digital era. How they're directing the frequencies of the music. I'm not gonna. That's, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just want to add to this, especially. I really believe the AI will really influence the creative process for musicians, because if we see now the age without AI, like what people do, music producers, they go to the marketplace with sounds, and essentially these marketplaces are actually sorted by popularity. So at the end, actually, these producers, they think they are bringing something original. But then they essentially actually using all over the same sounds, and that's why the music is sounding pretty similar like these days. And I truly believe that actually the AI can bring the new original sounds, new original pieces that can actually be generated for you, which you can actually exactly define like the mood or basically the expression what you want. And it can actually be new, unique sounds. It's going to be original for you. It's going to be created so no one else is going to have that. And so I truly believe that it can support the creativity in that matter.
All right, well, check this out. Patrick is at Macy. You have something else you want to say? I'm just here in the booth, baby. We just trying to get this thing popping over here. I got my boy.
I was just telling Jabari. So they're saying it's so like how you put tracks together. You're just gonna be putting AI tracks together. So we still
got to do shows.
We still got to do shows. I don't know if I'm going to go to a show and watch a robot the whole time. I do think I know
you would have some robot backup singers. Macy Gray would have
my girls
robot.
Are pretty dope. I don't know.
Macy Gray would have robot backup singers.
Desi going out on tour with Macy.
It might be cool. Maybe an all robot band, but my girls will have to be
fire. See that part, yeah. Yeah.
Except for maybe my drummer. I love my drummer.
You know what? Patrick has built something I think he would like to display and show you guys. And, Patrick, I think, what he's built out of being a musician himself and in a desire to have humans in the loop, right? So that's what Jarobi was talking about. That's what we're all talking about is keeping humans in the loop, right, Evan? I mean, talk to us a little bit about what you guys are doing here at Purple Beast, just to set the platform before we show Patrick's creation.
Yeah, we're dedicated to the concert experience as it happens in an interactive space, whether it's the metaverse or live in person in the room, and we're exploring ways to be more effective with presenting concert experiences in all the different mediums that exist these days. And when we can use AI to facilitate that and to help people be more creative and help people be more interactive and help the artists, do things they haven't done before. But, it's about taking those tools and being more creative with them and creating new things. And, that's what we're dedicated to here. So it's awesome to have everyone here tonight.
And what's awesome is that when I came here during South by Southwest and got a chance to really see what these guys were putting down, I mean, they were burning vinyl. I mean, where can you experience where you can actually have a live performance and burn vinyl after? So I feel like the tools that we're creating as musicians that we're a part of, we have to really essentially be very clear about how we affect the change, right? I think, Jarobi, you were saying that we have to stay in the loop. The whole purpose of Beyond the Code and what SingularityNET is doing is using technology to allow people to build upon that stack so that it can create a way forward for musicians. What Incantio did for sync licensing is going to change the game. What Patrik and Matt have put together with Jam Galaxy and Diana and Danny and Ben, you know, their vision was to disrupt the space so that artists could earn dollars. Not so that they could say we're using AI, but so that they could utilize AI to affect change and to create new revenue streams like what we're doing here.
Yes.
Creating a new revenue streams mean you still go out, you tour, you still sell your merch, you get people on social media, but you also can interact with them in a completely different space. It isn't that I think just COVID birthed that. I believe that we're in a transition. And, you know, Macy, you've been around for 25 years. You've seen a few waves. I got a deal when I was in 91. Jarobi is going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Mike Messiah has been playing for years. But we have got to adapt to change right now. We have to really understand where we are. So big up to Purple Bee for being one of these facilities in the world that can allow us to come in, be in the metaverse, drop some vinyl, you know, and perform live, and then also have people from all over the world watch what we're doing. So I'd love to have Patrik make that intro and show you guys exactly one of the tools that he's built, and make his introduction to his new partnership. So I'll let Patrik roll.
Yes, so I'm incredibly excited to show you what we were cooking here, and that's a AI synthesizer. So we want to support the creativity and doing it with AI. And so essentially what it is that you can write any text prompt as a, you know, express your mood, express what kind of, you know, music genre you want to target, what kind of instrument. And it actually generates new unique sound that is for you. And you can use it in a DAW, so it's as a VST. And so we really want to show people that we can actually use the AI in a really good way, creative way, to support musicians and show them that AI is something that they don't have to be scared, and that it can be actually your friend. And so I'm actually excited to show you the video. We made a short video for you here. So let's go.
Just imagine you could write any prompt and you get your own original sound, which you can use for your music production, from electronic dance music to drums or piano, as a plugin for your favorite DAW or in your web browser. Just explore your imagination.
All right, thanks.
Nice.
So when we play music here in a few minutes, I've got 5 keyboards that will surround me, but one of them is a controller that I'm using to control Patrik's AI synthesizer. So we've got a bunch of weird keyboards, but one of them is even weirder, and it comes out of Patrik's brain, and more so the AI's brain, right, where you can say what sound you want, and it'll play it, because otherwise you're searching a long time through a lot of sounds other people made, or you're spending a long time adjusting dials and adding filters to make a sound. So to be able to just describe a sound in words and then get it there and play it, yeah, that just lets me get faster to playing the actual song rather than spending all day on sound engineering, right? So that it is...
I think that's one of the exciting things about AI is like a tool like that, right? Like that turns it all the positive energy and all the good feels. And then, you know, you think about, I think about the ways of how we're going to protect the artists now as well, right? Like that's what, like we get really excited, then we think about how we're going to protect the licensing, how we're going to protect our voices, how we're going to protect the uniqueness. But we know that everybody's still going to long for the personal touch and the imperfections in the music. It's just that we also know that we can't trust humanity to not falsify and use that synthetic thing or predictive lyric writing and say that that's all my lyrics when you know you didn't. Those are the types of things that are on the negative side that, as an artist that, we're mindful of. So it's exciting, though. I'm excited.
All right, we haven't heard from Dianne. I know she's been, she's an incredible saxophonist, and I really would love to have her just tell us what your thoughts are. I mean, you've
Thanks,
been working
Neff.
on this for quite some time.
Yeah.
You're a very incredible musician, and so
Thank
I'd
you.
like to have you chime in if you don't mind. And then we'll go back to Patrik, who has a really amazing announcement to make. And
Totally,
and we'll get
yeah.
on with the show.
Yeah,
But,
so thank you, Neff. I'm Dianne Krouse, and I'm president of Jam Galaxy, and we started this out just for the artists. Like, we're trying to figure out everything we can do to make the world a better place for creators. So in it, we have a lot of fun because we play in a band together, with a humanoid robot who we're always experimenting, and it's a lot of fun. But AI is going to be all about, connecting humanity, and it's going to be about the people. It's not, that's why we need to build it together. So starting that with music is just the best way you can possibly do that, because it's our universal language, and it's a way we can all connect as a species. And things are going to be getting kind of weird over the next few years, I think. And so just to be able to have something that, we're building the platform for the people, which is totally different from anything else out there. And that's, our music companies, that's all of our subsidiaries, it's all of Ben's projects. Like, Ben started this as a brainchild, like, so long ago. And, I feel the world is really blessed to have Ben in it. Totally. So we're building for the people, we're building for communities, we're building to make the world a better place, not to whatever, so we all got to dream together and make this a reality together. So yeah.
Thank you, Dianne. That's awesome. All right, guys. Patrik, I know you got some surprises up your sleeve.
Yes. Before we jump to the partnership, we also want to show you what we are building in Jam Galaxy, because as Dianne said, music is about connectivity. It's really being connected, and we are now in an online world, and sometimes musicians might feel disconnected. And people back in the days were playing live, around their tribes, and it felt natural. It felt natural to be present and be surrounded with friends and have this connection. And we want to bring this connection back in the online space, and so we are building a platform that I would like to show you, where we want to bring back this connectivity.
Let's go. We gon' party all night, turn up. Let's go.
Love it. That's fire. Yeah.
That was dope.
Yo, we're over here bugging out of all the applications, and we're like, yo, what if, that's amazing. That's amazing.
And what's in, it's
We
incredible.
started working on that during COVID, for obvious reasons. It's taken a while to get the technology in the form we wanted, and now fortunately we can't go around and play face to face, but still, yeah, there's a lot of applications. There's like you said, there's just so many different ways AI can help in music. And I mean, it's not about the radius, it's about the bandwidth, right? So really, I mean, if you're like anywhere in South Korea, probably works with anywhere else in South Korea, because they have a, on the other hand, it won't work from my house to my neighbor's house. So it really just depends on your net connection.
Take
Right?
2,000 miles.
Yeah.
Like 2,000 miles probably is like, the range. I think like with the, internet infrastructure, it's getting better every day. So I really believe that at some point you can really connect continents. So everyone in the continent.
I mean, within 5 years or something, I would. May still not work on Vashon Island where we live, but connecting continents, yeah. Right?
All right, well, listen, guys, I think Patrik has an announcement. We want to get on with the show, all right? This has been
Play some
awesome.
music.
Patrik has got an announcement he's going to make. He's got a gentleman who's come all the way up.
Yes. So we have an announcement here, which I'm incredibly excited, and I would like to invite Andrew from Tune FM. Please give him some applause.
All right. Bring it, brother.
So Tune FM is doing incredible job in the Web3, and they have a platform that is allowing musicians to have release the music, and it's a streaming platform that actually rewards musicians fairly. So this is what Spotify did, is not doing very well. Tune FM is here to fix it, and I'm very, very happy that we just signed in this partnership with Andrew, and we had some incredible conversations, and I'm a big fan of what we are building, and I'm very excited about this collaboration.
Yeah, thank you so much, Patrik. We were talking about how it's a perfect alignment of goals and very complementary as part of the Web3 revolution. We're really focused on creator monetization, putting the power back in the hands of the artists to actually be able to earn a living and earn way more, orders of magnitude more for their music, and unlocking the value that is inherent in music, because music is a universal language, and musicians and artists all around the world are creating incredible music, whether they've done it for millennia or doing it today in the future with AI, in collaboration with AI. And I think what we're doing is actually a perfect combination where on Patrik's side with Jam Galaxy, there's the AI creation and the jamming and live creation of music. And then we have the streaming, distribution, and monetization component. So you can actually create songs with these amazing tools, release them on Tune FM, and start earning instantly. So when the music gets played, the artist gets paid. And so we pay over 100 times more than Spotify for your streams.
For the man. Give it up.
Yeah.
Give it up. I need a big round of applause for that. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Congratulations, you guys. Well, we about to get this show on the road, so if you guys aren't ready for a hell of a show, then you can get on one of them buses back there. But if you're ready to jam,
Hey, Neff.
what's up?
I would like. Is there one more surprise?
There's one more surprise.
Was it you have it?
Yeah, we have actually one more thing add to with with Andrew, and we want to actually Matt is gonna announce this because that's a thing we were working on.
Hey guys, so we are building up with Patrik Jam Galaxy together. So one more announcement, actually something we are passionate about with Patrik and Andrew. It's something that we are thinking about for a while. So it's not just about building the products, but we would want to also open and lead a dialogue in the music industry and the issues and how technology can tackle issues. So we have one more thing that we are actually cooking up. It's called the Blockchain Music Alliance. So it's a collective of music projects that's leveraging blockchain technology to tackle issues in the music industry. And we would want to use this as a to kind of open a dialogue, and eventually bring in also main stakeholders in the music industry to actually initiate dialogue and discuss how technology can tackle the issues and innovate together. Thank you.
fantastic. I mean,
Actu-
my goodness, an alliance.
Yeah, Andrew is actually, already working with now a senator from I don't know if it was Ohio or somewhere, right? And so it's really important that governments and everyone like really understands what this new blockchain technology means for music industry and for art, and it's really important to do this thing right. And we believe that if we form this alliance and we invite the stakeholders and projects that are actually changing the world in blockchain, that we can actually make it right and make it better than the Web2 companies like Spotify, and bring the value back to the artists, and that's really the mission here.
All right, that sounds amazing, Danny.
All right.
I think Danny had something else he'd like to say before we get on to rocking the mic with Mike Messiah and everybody else that's here. Danny, what would you like to add before we close out?
I would like to say that Incantio will also be partnering with Tune FM, and we'll be offering sync recommendation through AI. And can you bring up a couple of those? There we go. There's a little bit of our UX up there. Our whole deal is about recommending artists on the one side, 2 licensors on the other. It's a double-sided platform, and it's open. So we can scale, and we can recommend through AI. Incantio.com, we're doing our beta launch in 4 weeks. Sign up if you're interested.
And also, we're using Incantio on this documentary series, so...
So Incantio is partnering with Beyond the Code and Nefertiti Strong, an X-ray agency, to produce the soundtrack for Beyond the Code, which is Ben's documentary. Yes.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, check this out. I want to thank every one of you. Give yourselves a round of applause, please.